Hi everyone, I'm E.T. from Live True TV. I'm glad to see you here. How have you been? Do you think you've got the mind of the heaven in your heart? Today I'd like to share with you the seed of truth written by Udeka. Even if being in the same place under the same sky, people will look at different things with different levels of understanding. On the other hand, some people can see the same thing with the same level of understanding, although they are in different places under the same sky. Even when hearing the same words in the same place at the same time, people will understand those words differently. Meanwhile, some people may hear those words in different ways, in different places at different times, but they can be resonated with those words in the same way. People see and hear the same thing, but they listen to different things and think differently from each other. Even if seeing and hearing the same thing, some people can be resonated with that thing with good understandings, but others will fail to understand perfectly and only misunderstand it. The seed of truth is the mind of the heaven that the heaven has planted in the hearts of people. When you hear the truth from somebody, when you encounter the truth someplace, or when you see the truth all of a sudden, you may be able to recognize and notice the truth. This means that the truth is resonating with the mind of the heaven that the heaven has planted in your heart. Without the seed of truth inside you, or without the mind of the heaven that the heaven has planted in your heart, you will not be able to recognize or notice the truth, even if you met the truth, or hear and see the truth. The seed of truth is the mind of the heaven that the heaven has planted in the hearts of people, which nobody is allowed to notice. If you fail to cultivate the garden of your mind, or if you do not recognize the mind of the heaven seeded in your mind, seeds of truth will not sprout out. For the heavenly people who will live on the new earth under the new heaven, and for the light workers who will open a new spiritual civilization on the new earth under the new heaven, the heaven has planted the mind of the heaven in their hearts, which nobody can notice. The mind of the heaven that the heaven has planted in the hearts of the heavenly people and the light workers has no monetary value. The mind of the heaven that the heaven has planted in the hearts of the heavenly people is a pure mind that no one would not acknowledge. The mind of the heaven that the heaven has planted in the hearts of the light workers is the loving mind hidden deep in their hearts. To awaken the consciousness of the heavenly people who will live on the new earth under the new heaven, the sound of the golden trumpet from the heaven is spreading all around the world, which few people can notice, notwithstanding. To awaken the consciousness of the light workers who will unfold a new spiritual civilization on the new earth under the new heaven, the sound of the golden trumpet from the heaven is reverberating across the world, even if few people notice it. Why don't you take out the mind of the heaven that the heaven has planted in your hearts? It may be crumpled, ungainly, but please find out where and what seeds of truth are doing that the heaven has planted in the hearts of the heavenly people. You will hear the sound notifying the end time of the planet Earth. The seed of truth, which is the mind of the heaven, that the heaven has planted in the hearts of the heavenly people, will germinate without fail and without error when you met the truth. When you hear the truth or when you see the truth, this is the promise made between the heaven and the heavenly people, and this promise shall surely be realized. To wake up the seeds of the truth as well as the mind of the heaven that the heaven has planted in the heart of the heavenly people, the heaven will take actions on them at their own levels of consciousness and in line with the timeline of each of them. Nothing goes wrong in this universe. The mind of the heaven will be with the heavenly people and light workers whose consciousness is being awakened. Yes, such shall it be. Yes, such it is scheduled to be. Yes, such was it done. March 2019. Udeka wrote. Translated by E.T. I appreciate your being with us.